Namaskar and good morning. I welcome everyone here on the occasion of 76th anniversary of India's independence. We are blessed as we gather to celebrate this day, which instills a new sense of enthusiasm, patriotism, and commitment in our hearts and motivates us to further cherish the freedom attained with immense sacrifices of our freedom fighters. With celebrations, we remember them and pay our homage to them. Today's celebrations will start with unfurling of the national flag by His Excellency, the Ambassador of India. This will be followed by singing of the national anthem, and I am sure all of you will join us in this. His Excellency will then address the gathering and convey the message of the Honorable President of India on this auspicious occasion. I request His Excellency to kindly unfurl the national flag now.
पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे गावे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की जय भारत माता की जय वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम वंदे मातरम।
नमस्कार, आप सभी लोगों का भारतीय राजदूतावास में हार्दिक स्वागत है। मैं सबसे पहले महामहिम राष्ट्रपति जी का कल जो संदेश दिया गया था देश के नाम, वो प्रस्तुत करूंगा। आई एम गोइंग टू रीड एड्रेस टू द नेशन बाय ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी ऑन द ईव ऑफ द 76th इंडिपेंडेंस डे, अगस्त 14th। इट वाज रेड आउट यस्टरडे। मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, नमस्कार। 76वें स्वाधीनता दिवस की पूर्व संध्या पर देश विदेश में रहने वाले सभी भारतीयों को मैं हार्दिक बधाई देती हूं। इस गौरवपूर्ण अवसर पर आपको संबोधित करते हुए मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। एक स्वाधीन देश के रूप में भारत 75 साल पूरे कर रहा है। 15 अगस्त 1947 के दिन हमने औपनिवेशिक शासन की बेड़ियों को काट दिया था। As all of us celebrate the anniversary of that day, we bow to all those men and women who made enormous sacrifices to make it possible for us to live in a free India. It is a cause of celebration not only for all of us, but also every advocate of democracy around the world. When India won independence, there were many international leaders and experts who were skeptical about the success of democratic form of government in India. But we Indians proved these skeptics wrong. Democracy not only grew roots in this soil, it was enriched too. In most other well-established democracies, women had to wage long-drawn struggles to get the right to vote. But India adopted universal adult franchise right since the beginning of the Republic. Thus, India can be credited to have helped the world discover the true potential of democracy. At the beginning of civilization, saints and seers of this land had helped a vision of humanity that was defined by equality of all, indeed oneness of all. The great freedom struggle and its leaders like Mahatma Gandhi rediscovered our ancient values for modern times. For 70 weeks now, the nation has been commemorating these noble ideals that won us freedom. Based on the success achieved by the people, the resolve to build Atmanirbhar Bharat is also a part of this Mahotsav. Dear citizens, for a nation, particularly an ancient one such as India, the passage of 75 years is merely a blink of an eye. But for us individuals, it is a lifetime. The lessons learned in the process will prove useful as we move towards the next milestone in the journey of the nation, the Amrit Kal. These 25 years to the celebration of the centenary of our independence. By the year 2047, we will have fully realized the dreams of our freedom fighters. The world has seen a new India rising in recent years, more so after the outbreak of COVID-19. We launched the biggest vaccination drive in human history with vaccines manufactured in the country itself. Last month, we crossed 200 crore mark in cumulative vaccine coverage. The pandemic has uprooted lives and also economies in the entire world. When the world has been battling the economic consequences of the great crisis, India got its act together and is now moving forward. India is among the fastest growing major economies in the world. India's startup ecosystem ranks high in the world. The success of startups in our country, especially the growing number of unicorns, is a shining example of our industrial progress. During the last few years, unprecedented progress has been made in the development of physical and digital infrastructure. A series of economic reforms and policy initiatives have been preparing the ground for a long term. Digital India, for example, is creating the bedrock of a knowledge economy. The national education policy is aimed at preparing the future generations for the next stage of industrial revolution, while also connecting it with our heritage. Some of our national values have been incorporated in our constitution as the fundamental duties of the citizens. I appeal to every citizen to know about their fundamental duties and follow them in letter and spirit, so that our nation reaches new heights. Dear citizens, when work is done with the spirit of nation first, it is bound to reflect in every decision and every sector. This is also reflected in India's standing in the world. Our daughters are the biggest hope for the nation. Some of them brought laurels for the country at the recently held Commonwealth Games. Dear citizens, in celebrating Independence Day, we are celebrating our Bharatiyata. Our country is full of diversity, but at the same time, we all have something in common. India is a very beautiful country, also because of its mountains, rivers, lakes, and forests, and the animals and birds that live in such landscape. Caring for Mother Nature has been part and parcel of Indian culture. Yoga and Ayurveda are India's invaluable gifts to the world. Dear fellow citizens, our beloved country has given us everything we have in our life. We should pledge to give everything we can for the sake of safety, security, progress and prosperity of our country. Our existence will become meaningful only in building a glorious India. The great nationalist poet Kuempu, who enriched Indian literature through Kannada language, had written, Nanu alive, Ninu alive, Namma elu bugul mele, Mudu vidu, Mudu vudu, Nav Bharat dalile. अर्थात मैं नहीं रहूंगा न रहोगे तुम, परंतु हमारी अस्थियों पर उदित होगी नए भारत की महागाथा. Which means I will pass, so will you, but on our bones will arise the great tale of a new India. This is a clarion call of the nationalist poet for making total sacrifice for the motherland and upliftment of fellow citizens. Before I conclude, I would like to extend Independence Day greetings to the armed forces and to the members of Indian missions abroad and to Indian diaspora who continue to make their motherland proud. My best wishes to you all. Thank you and Jai Hind. Dear friends, as you heard in her very inspiring message, Honorable President reminded us of our constitutional fundamental duties as citizens of India. On the 75th anniversary of Independence Day, we should remember that our freedom fighters made supreme sacrifices, gave their lives, some at the ages of 20 years and 30 years, some of them even teenagers, not to secure their own freedoms and their entitlements, but they made supreme sacrifices while discharging their duties for the love of the motherland and for the love of the people, successive generations of India. मरकर भी न जाएगी मेरी वतन की उल्फत, मरकर भी न जाएगी मेरी वतन की उल्फत, मेरी मिट्टी से भी खुशबुए वफा आएगी. This message is very relevant for all of us, because today we all tend to be so self-absorbed that we are only obsessed with maximalist exercise of our own rights, our own entitlements, without any regard for our sensitivity to our duties or even rights of other fellow compatriots. This situation is neither tenable nor sustainable. Indeed, it is extremely dangerous, because neither India nor this entire planet has enough for everyone's greed. As Gandhiji reminded, planet Earth has enough for everyone's need, but not for everyone's greed. I think the planet Earth does not have even enough for even single person's greed, because Trishna by its nature is insatiable. Friends, Indian civilization has been at its glorious peak when its ethos has been duty-centric. The society nurtured and sustained by mutual caring and compassion. Everyone performing one's duty, dharma. Dharma is not religion in India, it's about right, disciplined, self-disciplined conduct. And in that process, taking care of everyone else. In Veda, there is a mantra, Dehi me dadamite. You give me and I give you. Nimme dhehi nita dadhe. I establish, nurture what you give to me, and you establish and nurture and uphold what I give to you. That is the spirit of giving and caring. It is this performance of duties which in fact creates and safeguards our rights. Rights don't grow in vacuum. They grow on the soil of duties. Friends, for the non-resident community, I wish to flag out of the fundamental duties of the Constitution, I wish to flag three main issues which we can work together. One duty is, as per the Constitution, to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired our freedom struggle for freedom. We are very privileged to be in Ireland and have this land as our karma bhumi. So it is incumbent on us to learn also about Irish freedom struggle, which had inspired us when we were struggling. And you think about and you feel so inspired by the indomitable will and the courage and the heroism of Irish freedom fighters and their sacrifices. It is a very important occasion for us to rediscover the parallel narratives of freedom struggle of India and Ireland. Second duty I wish to flag is to promote harmony and spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India. I'm very delighted that every segment of Indian community is trying its best to inculcate their cultural traditions into the next generation. I think we can go one step further. As a community as a whole, we should strive to be the ideal exemplary community working together with our generous Irish hosts. And I'm very happy to share that there's a lot for us in heritage of great philosophical spiritual heritage to also imbibe and enrich ourselves with the Irish values. The preamble of Irish Constitution itself is so inspiring. It talks about promotion of common good with the observance of prudence, justice and charity. There's a lot for us to learn from the Irish glorious example. Also, we must, at this point, appreciate and acknowledge the work being done by Indian nurses, health professionals, IT and finance professionals, sports girls and boys, who are doing tremendous service to promotion of goodwill for India. As India's ambassador, I wish to thank each of the Indian professionals working in Ireland. Particularly, I applaud the role that has been played by Indian nurses and healthcare professionals during the extremely daunting challenge of corona pandemic. I think as a community, we can do a lot more to spread that message of harmony and spirit of common brotherhood, not only among more than 50,000 strong Indian diaspora, but also between the Indian and Irish communities. Third duty I wish to flag, friends, is to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. Again, I'm very happy, very delighted, in fact, very proud of the efforts that the Indian community is making to not only inculcate and teach the younger children, younger next generation about their respective cultural heritage, values, language, literature, dance traditions, but also how they are spreading through art and culture goodwill for India. I would like to particularly applaud homemakers among our Indian community. Particularly, I have seen myself and I have been overwhelmed by the vision, the passion, the commitment of service that has been shown by some members, particularly in Malayalam and Tamil community, that the homemakers have volunteered to become teachers. And they are teaching Malayalam and Tamil to the children. This is a glorious example that we all can emulate. In the same spirit, friends, from the Indian Embassy side, I would like to assure you that we have a small team, but we are a very committed team. And we are working together with all friends within the community and also among Irish friends, the Department of Foreign Affairs, the Government of Ireland, and also a very vibrant, very dynamic Team Ireland in India. Honorable Ambassador of Ireland, the Consul General, and other members of Irish agencies. We are working together as one single big team to strengthen bilateral ties between our two great countries. Our effort is to broaden the engagement between our two countries. And you would have noticed that through our social media, you would have observed that we are reaching out, going out of Dublin as well, and reaching out to multiple segments which are relevant for us, not only the county, the mayors, the council members, the members of parliament, but also universities, chambers of commerce, and also art and cultural circles. Also, you would have noticed that we have taken a new initiative of India-Ireland Friendship Lecture Series. The intention is through this lecture series, we will spread positive stories emanating from Ireland through virtual platforms in India, and also we will disseminate useful stories which can serve as catalysts for India-Ireland partnership and cooperation coming from India for our Irish friends. We, Indian Embassy representatives, we are very eagerly welcoming of your ideas, your suggestions, and your feedback. You are always welcome to contact us. Unfortunately, on LinkedIn and Facebook, I have reached the threshold and I can't add more friends. So I would encourage you to get connected with me on Twitter or reach out to me through email. And I can assure you that your feedback would be valued, will be assessed, and wherever there is need, we will respond. And we will help if there is any issue we can. Friends, let us work together in the spirit of the message delivered by our President. Your goodwill, your energy can be great force multiplier for us in the embassy. And if we work together, keeping nation first, always first, it will make our lives more meaningful. Namaskar, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now we move on to our cultural program. Today we are going to witness two dance performances, Odissi by Ms. Bhagmi Jai Singh and Kathak by Ms. Satakshi Kaushik. Our first performance is Odissi, which is an ancient Indian classical dance originated in the temples of Odisha. This dance form expresses mythological stories and spiritual ideas. Today, Ms. Bhagmi will perform Abhinay or expressions based on the song Ki Shobha Gokunje Madan Mohana, written by Gajapati Krupamaya Deva, king of Bada Khemundi. In this song, one of Radha's friends describes the beauty of Krishna in its various manifestations to her. Ms. Bhagmi, the floor is yours.
मनू इकडे बघ इथे व्हिडिओ चालू आहे एकदम उठू नका त्याच्यावर उभं राहू नका काय all the things are together. You also wanted to sit down?
Hi, little one. He'll start shouting within 2 minutes.
I'm here.
Hi, little one. बेटा just leave some space here. इधर जगह छोड़ दो वरना सबका रहना मुश्किल हो जाएगा 2 मिनट में. Go a little bit on that side. Give him some space. On that side.
Oh, she was there yesterday.
हाँ वही नहीं दिख रहा है ना उसको. बेटा आप लोग नीचे बैठ जाओ ना, ग्रास पे बैठ जाओ. Just sit on the grass.
Might get wet. वो गीला होगा. गीला हो.
तहलका मचा देगा थोड़ी देर में. अभी तक बस दिख रहा है इसलिए इतना है.
उसे खड़ा कर दीजिए.
नहीं ठीक है.
तब तो वो चला जाएगा.
हो जाएगा तो
Just 2 years वहाँ चला जाएगा.
निकालेंगे.
You see, it's
शोभागो कुञ्जे मदन मोहन चाहरे प्राणमित कि शोभागो कुञ्जे मदन चाहरे प्राणमित बामे नवकी छोरी कि रूप माधुरी बामे नवकी छोरी कि रूप माधुरी सर्वमंजरी हेरी सर्वमंजरी मते श्री रेणुपाणी श्रीभंग छंदे छिड़ा श्री मयूर चूड़ा श्रीभंग छंदे छिड़ा श्री मयूर चूड़ा सोहे सेवती बेढ़ा सतिंख दम्भ छोड़ा सोहे सेवती बेढ़ा सतिंख दम्भ छोड़ा
ভঙ্গিরে চাহানি নিয়ে হৃদয় কিনি ভঙ্গিরে চাহানি নিয়ে হৃদয় কিনি কেড়ে সুন্দর রাধা কেড়ে সুন্দর রাধা কেড়ে সুন্দর রাধা নাটুয়া নীলমণি কি শোভা গো দে মদন তাহারে প্রাণমিত
काय झालं काय झालं
तुम्हाला तुला
हा इथे बघ इथे बघ माझ्याकडे आलाच नाही पण दिसत नाही प्रोग्राम बैस
Thank you so much, Bhagmi, for this enchanting presentation. It has taken us all to the shores of Odisha. Now for another mesmerizing presentation, I invite Ms. Satakshi Kaushik for the Kathak performance and would request her to give a short description of this magnificent dance form and some details about her today's performance. Ms. Satakshi, please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Wow. Namaste and good morning. I'm really privileged and honored to be a part of this celebration today. I want to take the opportunity to wish you all very happy 75th Independence Day. Thank you so much, Indian Embassy, for inviting me. And especially, I want to thank Akhilesh sir and Riti ma'am to providing the platform and recognition to the Indian art in Ireland. Thank you so much. So today, I'm performing Tarana. It's a Kathak dance form, and Tarana is a combination of very, very small pieces of tukras, which is combined in teen tal. This is choreographed by my mother and my guru, Mrs. Neera Kaushik. I hope you're gonna like it. Thank you.
धान दिकिट तकिट तिकिट तिक्क दान दगिन दान धान दिकिट तकिट तिकिट तिक्क दान दगिन दान तक धूगिट तक तिरगिट तक धूगिट तक तिरगिट तक धूगिट तक तनो 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 तदियना तदियना तारा द द द द द तोम द द द द तोम द द द द तोम तान द द तन न न तदीम तना तान द द तन न न तदीम तना
Thank you, Satakshi, for this fascinating performance. Now an announcement. If Mr. Rahul Chhabra and Mr. Nitin Joseph are present here, please come forward. We all know that India has completed 75 years of independence, and the Government of India is commemorating this as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which has a series of events. The quiz on everything India is one such event, and the diaspora in Ireland have enthusiastically participated in this quiz. The winners have been announced some time back, and today the medals will be distributed to them. Now I request His Excellency to present the medals to the winners. Mr. Rahul Chhabra, winner of the gold medal. Okay, so congratulations to Mr. Rahul Chhabra. He is not present here. Okay, he's here. Please, big round of applause for him.
गोल्ड मेडल मिळालं घे त्यांचं घे बघ त्यांच्या गळ्यात घालतात बघ गळ्यात घालतात लवकर वाजव टाळी वाजव Very nice.
The silver medal goes to Mr. Nitin Joseph. The bronze medal is won by Mr. Rintam Jos, who is not present here today. Congratulations to him as well. A big round of applause for all the winners. With this, we come to an end for today's program. On behalf of the embassy, I thank everyone for participating in today's program.